anything to say, we'll just open up the questions.
Well, I'll just say that it was just good to see Isaiah kind of bounce back after that first inning. He did a good job of getting out of that inning, but you could tell he was uncomfortable. I think he was a little bit nervous, and he threw extremely well the next 3 innings. And we needed to see that, and he needed to see that. And once he got over the hump, he did what he does. He those strikes downhill, and they have a hard time hitting him. Yeah, I mean, think about Scroggins. It hadn't even hardly been 10 months since he had surgery. He's throwing the ball harder than he did before he was hurt, and you got a pretty good slider going today as well. And he's fearless out there. I mean, he's letting it go. It's the way he did it the last couple of times, the way he threw the last couple of times out in his outings. And a couple of them have been inside and just came out and charged them. Throwing the ball anywhere from 90 to 95 miles an hour, and threw a pretty good slider, got a couple strikeouts. You could tell by the way his teammates acted when he came off the field, they were pretty excited for him.
Who would be the hitters or the pitchers? What did you think today about the guys that you brought in to the dugout? Because it seemed like everybody had a pretty good day.
Well, for the most part, I thought all the pitchers did a good job. Even Zeb Vermillion, his stuff was good. He just made a couple mistakes and scored a couple runs on him, and he had to go through the top of the order. So I'm sure it was a good learning experience for him. Evan Lee was a little wild, more than he usually throws more strikes and gets ahead of hitters, and I think he was a little frustrated. But, all the guys threw good. And Milligan's a guy that, we didn't know if we were going to have him this year, and had a little surgery last summer, and, it progressed real well, just all the rehab, and first couple of times out throwing to hitters was really good, and he showed that he's got good stuff. There's a lot more in there too. So offensively, I mean, what can you say? We got 20 plus hits. What I really liked about the offense today is that, and they did the same thing yesterday, we didn't go out of the zone a whole lot. Made their starting pitchers or their pitchers throw a lot of pitches. We waited until, we got a good pitch to hit or 2 strikes before we really went after things and after pitches, and just did a great job of taking the walks.
You were 1 run away from tying a program record for single game runs. Did you think during the game at any point that, you might be getting close to that point?
Well, I didn't even know what it was, and I just asked somebody in there what it was, actually John over here. And he informed me it was 33. I know the fans behind our dugout kept talking about it and cheering, and but obviously, you have no idea how many runs you're going to score. You're not trying to run it up on anybody, and they were throwing guys out there that probably didn't pitch a whole lot at the end, trying to save some guys for Sunday's game. So you put in new guys. The starters do well. You bring in the other guys. They want to make an impression and do well, and that's one thing that we have. We have a lot of competition to play, a lot of competition to pitch, and it's healthy for our team. And I know that we're capable of scoring runs. I made that comment in the fall, so we figured we'd have a few days where we'd score, maybe 15, 16 runs. You never can predict something like that. Well, again, he's done a great job of taking what they give him. Taking that two strike full count walk yesterday, I think really started it. And then obviously the next at bat, I think he hits a home run or whatever. But today, kind of the same thing. Taking pitches and not going out of the zone and squaring up some balls. And it's been really good to see.
What do you think about the hog hat situation there with the home runs? Have you seen any of that?
Oh, yeah. I'm right there watching it. So, this game it's such a frustrating game, and there's a lot of failure. So, you need to try to do some things and make it fun. And I think it's kind of a college thing, and, I think they were even doing something in football, so maybe not necessarily here, but other programs. And, they kind of ran it by me. I said, I'm good with it. I don't think they're trying to show anybody up, and they wait till he touches the plate and starts heading to our dugout before they put it on his head, I guess. So I'm fine with it.
You talked about how excited you were to see Isaiah pitch. I guess the same holds true for Keaton tomorrow. What do you expect to see out of it?
Well, I think Keaton will go out and do what Keaton does, and that's throw a lot of strikes and use that changeup effectively and pitch to both sides of the plate. Then, his curveball has really improved, and we hope he has it tomorrow. He won't go as many pitches as Isaiah and Blaine, went the last couple of days, but if he can get to 50, 55, 60, that'd probably be the max. And, just hope he goes out and has a lot of success and gets some confidence, gets ready for his next outing.
Scroggins and Milligan, did you expect him to pitch this weekend, or was it a matter of getting him in there in some close stresses?
Yeah, we were going to pitch these guys, and, we're running out of innings. We haven't thrown Rindle yet. There's a couple other guys, obviously. So, we're kind of where we thought we would be, and we got these 3 games, and we got a couple days. We play a big game on Wednesday, and then bang, we're in the tournament. So, trying to space some guys out, get them a little work, but also have them available if we need, a couple of these guys available for Wednesday.
What was the point in the game whenever you said, we're going to go ahead and sub some of these guys in that didn't start, and who stood out to you since they got to play some good innings?
Really, after the second inning, I think we were up 11-1 maybe, and then we came in and, scored 4 or 5 more. 7, I guess, in the third. I was already substituting guys, and obviously felt like the game was in hand. It was just, doesn't mean that I wouldn't play these guys otherwise. And, Gates didn't come in until the second half and hit a 2-run homer and a double. So, felt pretty good about it. And I don't remember the second part of your question.
I was just asking who, really stood out to you.
Well, you just look at the line score. There was a lot of guys, but I guess Casey Martin stood out. I think he got 4 hits and played 3 different positions and showed you how fast he was and stole a base. And, Kerstad continued to hammer the ball. Those are a couple freshmen. And it was just good to see, Fletcher kind of snap out of it and, pop a couple balls. And, I just really like the way the lineup is forcing the pitchers to really work to get them out. And, that's kind of our thing, was trying to wear you down a little bit.